Welcome to Battle Creek Country Club, where this week is the 6th annual Firekeepers Casino Hotel Championship, and it's another stop for the Symetra Tour, the final stop for the Potawatomi Cup, and joined by Lauren Coughlin. Good evening, or afternoon, morning, whatever.
How's it going?
Doing well. Well, this is your second time here. You were here a couple of years ago. How did you finish a couple of years ago?
I think I missed the cut by one a couple of years ago, but I'm a lot better than I was 2 years ago. I have a year on the LPGA, doing really well this year, so looking forward to playing this week.
Well, between the Symetra Tour and the LPGA, the nice thing about the Symetra Tour is it is pretty much like the LPGA, just on a smaller scale. Is there any real big difference?
I mean, the courses are a little bit more challenging. You have to think just a little bit more, but overall there's not much. The depth, I would say, maybe is a little bit more out there. Everybody is just so good, and that's why you kind of see week in and week out that there's almost no one really dominating, because everybody is just so good. But out here, I mean, everybody's still very good. It's just we're all chasing that dream.
And of course, on the Symetra Tour, in order to get an automatic card to the LPGA, you have to finish in the top 10. But there's some other variables as well to get you into the LPGA.
Yep, you can go to Q Series, which is in Q School, which is after the conclusion of the season. Hoping to not have to go there. I'm number 15 right now. Need a couple of good finishes, and hopefully I can squeak in there.
Nice thing about the Symetra Tour too is kind of like the LPGA in the fact that you do have to play consistently, but at the same time you have to play in multiple events just to get used to the grind, so to speak.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it definitely took me 2 years, I think, to really get comfortable out here with the travel and the daily grind of playing every week, pretty much. But I'm really enjoying it this year, and look forward to hopefully getting back to the LPGA next year.
Well, so far you've had a couple of stops here in the Symetra Tour there in the Midwest. You're originally from Charlottesville, Virginia, if I remember right?
Yeah, well, I'm from Virginia Beach, but I live in Charlottesville now.
Oh, okay.
And I went to University of Virginia, and so I just kind of went there. I had my freshman year in 2011, and I've lived there ever since.
So, depending on the course, because usually when you think of coastal courses and then more inland courses, what do you like most about the coastal courses that you can see here?
I like the grass a lot here. I mean, everything just looks so pure. I mean, Bermuda's great and everything, but there's nothing better than good bent grass greens and good bent grass fairways. So.
Well, with this being the second time here, of course, Firekeepers has done a fantastic job, as they have always here since they've started. But the nice thing about any professional golf is giving back to the community, and I imagine that they are doing that here too.
Yeah, as far as I know, there's a bunch of volunteer opportunities that we have this week. I know we can go to the Humane Society. I think there's a soup kitchen or something that we could go to. There was a bunch of different things that we had the option of being able to go to. So, which not every week we don't really have that. So it's very cool.
And yeah, and we're doing this kind of earlier in the week, but you have to get those practice rounds in before you start on Friday. So it's probably different mentally earlier in the week than it is once you get out on the course on competition.
Oh, for sure. These first few days, you're just kind of getting used to everything, getting a feel for where your lines are, how the greens react, how the fairways react. And then once Friday, you should hopefully have your plan by then, and it's just more reacting and doing what you set out to do.
Well, of course, this is one of those things where you're getting close to the end of the season, so you've got, I think, 3 more tournaments after this. 5. So we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Yep. So I know you always want to compete, but just being consistent and just moving on to the next week is going to be key this week. Yeah,
for sure. But I mean, I'm always hoping for a win, and that's what I'm always trying to do. But at the same time, I'm just hoping and doing what I can control, and that's me. And hopefully, I can play well and see what happens.
All right, sounds good. Good luck this week.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And go Who's.
Yeah, go Who's.